a glimpse into the lives of artists, authors, and influencers, discussing sincere moments, shareable stories, and unfiltered memories. Let's take a snapshot with Measha Brueggergosman. So in your memoir, Something is Always on Fire.
Yes.
My life so far, wicked name. Like, where did you come up with that name?
Well, it's meant as a metaphor for all the things in your life that are constantly going wrong. We all have just a tremendous amount of like fires that we're tending to and either stoking or trying to put out, or, you know, you spend your life kind of running from fire to fire. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a crisis, but I think one of the goals of life is to kind of saunter or float between the fires, you know, because and enjoy the heat, you know, because there is no life without something on fire. I mean, if you're living a life where nothing's on fire,
Something's
your
wrong.
life's pretty uninteresting.
Right. Well, you shared a lot of these fire moments in your memoir, and they're dark and they go very deep. They are very real. It's actually, even while I was reading it, I'm like, I don't know if I could be this transparent, but you were.
So
and it was beautiful, but yet even I feel for you, because not only do you have everything in a book right now, but you're already in the public eye.
Sure.
And like, what gave you the courage to even do that?
Well, I believe very strongly that I've not done anything inhumane or unhuman.
Yes.
Is a better way of saying it. I feel very much nestled in the palm of the Father. I think that His destiny for my life is in front of me, so I'm not going to spend or waste any time looking behind me. And that I'm not defined by my past mistakes. And I don't deny that they were mistakes. But none of the wisdom that I got as a result of making those mistakes would have been afforded to me if I hadn't made them. And it's, what is it, Bishop T.D. Jakes, who says there's no such thing as a pretty wise woman. You can't be wise and pretty. You know, that you need to do a lot of stupid things to become very wise. And I got half that right.
Now tell me, and I know you're going to be as honest as possible, but even going back and reflecting on certain things of your past didn't evoke some sort of emotion, and wasn't that journey itself in writing these books very difficult?
I mean, there was a lot of like come to Jesus moments where I'm like, oh, why are you making me think about this? And I was like, oh, right, memoir. There are a lot of things that you revisit, whether it's the loss of children or infidelities in your marriage or mismanagement of finances or any of the pitfalls of this life that trip us up and shame us. And we can either choose to give over to how Satan would like us to feel, which is ineffective and worthless, or we can forge forward because God can turn anything into the good for His glory. So if I just keep attempting some semblance of obedience, even if it's just in like the tip of my pinky nail, God can work with that. I mean, He's the master of the universe.
Yes, He is.
And, you know, I feel like there's not much I couldn't say knowing that I'm a child of the King. Because there are people out there, I also thought a lot of that poor person out there who thinks they're alone in their infidelity or in their grief or in their shame over how their life's turned out and over the unexpected twists and turns, and also the unmined joys of figuring something out or coming to some kind of conclusion or seeing God move in their lives in ways that are real and living and breathing and tangible. And for me, this book is a tangible expression of how God has moved in my life.
So do we actually get to see the hand of God even redeem?
Well, you don't want to get Jesus too strong too quick. Jesus is really big in the 4th section.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like lulling people into a false sense of, ooh, maybe it's like a-religious. I'm like, no, it's really pretty much all about Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
But I am not able to save anyone. I'm not able to change anyone's mind. I'm not responsible for the salvation of species. Mm-hmm. My job is to love selflessly and with the heart of the Father. Mm-hmm. And I fall short constantly, but, you know, in an age where people are claiming to be Christians when they're just racist bigots, we have to stand for an inclusivity that is Christ-like. So the mistakes I've made, perhaps they humanize me, but they also are meant to encourage someone who may think wrongfully, needlessly, that they're the only one to have committed that sin.